Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Esther is at Crimson Lights, dropping Nick and Summer's order off at their table. She can see they need their caffeine, and they tell her she's the best. Esther admits she's been distracted from pecan pie muffins by her worries about Sharon. The boss hasn't been responding to her calls, and that's not like her. Nick claimed she's just off at a spa. I hope she's enjoying herself, Esther says snippily. After she walks off, Chance arrives and announces there is no trace of Phyllis. Her car is at the athletic club, and there's no record of her getting a ride. Nick fills him in on the call that Phyllis made to Summer and wonders if she could really be off on a business road trip. Summer doubts this since her mom would have taken Daniel along with her. She wouldn't have gone from harassing him about work to taking off without a phone call. The cop gets a call confirming there is no record of Sharon checking into any spas in Sedona. When they debate whether Sharon would take off or lie about it, Summer reminds her dad that she just did that a few weeks ago. Nick says she was drugged at the time. His daughter speculates something could have triggered her, but he's not convinced. She suggests Sharon could just be trying to avoid him. He doesn't buy that either. They discuss how worried Sharon was in Summer, tells her dad what a great father he is. Nick doesn't know where to look for answers, but he's 99.9% sure that whatever is happening is not good. Daniel arrives at Billy's place and explains that he hasn't received any response from his mother. He and Nick didn't want to worry him yesterday, but it doesn't make sense that his mom would take off on some mystery trip and give Summer a strange call. There's something off about this whole thing. This leaves a lot of questions. The abbot explains that Phyllis was constantly calling him while he was in Paris. It makes no sense that she would vanish when he started calling back. They disappeared around the same time. They both believe it's more than cosmic coincidence that two women who hate each other would vanish at the same time and then call in at the same time on burner phones. This all seems like some revenge plan. Phyllis insisted to both of them that she'd moved on from that, and they believe her. But if it isn't revenge, what is happening? They can't imagine Sharon and Phyllis hugging this out. Billy suggests the women could have been taken together. Whoever did it likely had no idea what they were letting themselves in for, and will soon be begging for their captives to be taken away. Jordan and Ian were the only people crazy enough to pull something like this, and they're both dead. Summer calls her brother. She explains she's with her dad and Chance at Crimson Lights, and she's sure he'll want to hear what the cop has to say. Once Daniel gets off the line, Billy tells him he has a lot riding on Phyllis, so he wants to go with him. Phyllis wakes up whining on the couch in the basement of the medical clinic. She had a good night's sleep thanks to Sharon not drooling on her shoulder. When she checks for coffee, she says Sharon's already done a number on it. There was no alarm this morning, which has her wondering if their host wanted them to sleep in. Sharon has been flipping through books and looking for clues about who their captor might be. Knowledge of that may be the only weapon they have. Phyllis doubts they would leave something around to reveal their identity. Sharon is sure the location must be some kind of clue. Connecting the dots, Phyllis whispers that the voice knows about her mental issues. "I think we are on the last stop of your bipolar express," she suggests. Sharon thinks their captor could be a doctor or patient. If Phyllis isn't going to help, Sharon wants her to shut up. The redhead suggests that digging for an identity could just anger the voice. Sharon claims they can use any information they find to get out of there. Claiming she has a better idea, Phyllis says they need to bargain. She reminds her that they are the moms of Victor's grandchildren, and the Newmans have deep pockets. Everyone has a price, and they only need to have it named. Just sticking them in a room together can't be the reward. That would make no sense. Sharon is still determined to find out why they are there. Not concerned about that, Phyllis would be happy to hand off a pile of money to end this. They bicker about Sharon being on both sides of the padded wall. Sharon insists this is no typical kidnapping. Someone is trying to force them to face their past. It could be someone who wants them to learn from their mistakes. Phyllis says that will never happen. Sharon is sure that this is the work of someone who hates how much they hate each other and may have been affected by their conflicts in the past.